What's up, Kansas City? I'm your host, Glenn Brian Frizzell. Today we are taping in the 18th and Vine District at the Lincoln Historic Building, home of Cascade Media Group. Today's special guest is one of 10 candidates currently seeking election to the Hickman Mills School Board. If elected, she will serve a 3-year term. Election is on April 8th, and we're pleased to have her here with us today. Welcome, Ms. Tanesha Forte.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us. Can you tell us why you are seeking election to the Hickman Mills School Board?
Well, really for three reasons. Being that I'm a resident of the Hickman Mills School District, I have a natural vested interest in every student in that district receiving a quality education that they're entitled to. The second reason, just having the opportunity to be the first one in my immediate family to graduate high school and to go on and receive my bachelor's and master's. Based on teachers really pouring love and supporting to me, I want to make sure that I provide the educational tools needed to graduate from a 4-year institution for every student in the school district if that's what they choose to do. And then lastly, I really want to be there to help the district regain their accreditation.
I do see you have a Master's of Integrated Humanities. Are you going to see Maya Angelou? I hear she's coming.
Oh yes, definitely.
You have a campaign acronym, VOTE, vote, that stands for something. Can you tell us what it means?
Well, really my theme and my slogan for my campaign is just making education a priority. Vote is just different reasons. V, I value a quality education. O, I'm outstanding in everything I do. T is just being truthful. I know that in the past at some of the school boards we've had people that don't always tell the truth, and I really want to make sure that people know that I'm a truthful candidate and that I'm talented. And then E, everything I do in excellence. And so you will see that if I'm elected to serve on the school board.
Okay, Ms. Forte, we want to see more of that. How about a little more background information about you? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to elementary school, high school?
Okay, actually I grew up between 33rd and Agnes and then 40th and Monroe. I went to elementary school right in Kansas City Public School District with Mary Harmon Weeks. I went to Central Middle, and then I graduated from Westport High School. I was raised by a single mom, and my maternal grandmother really played a role when my mother wasn't there. I went to college at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. I'm a proud Golden Lion alumni, and I graduated in 1997. With the English Literature Education degree, and then I have my master's here at Rockhurst. So.
And you know Ms. Kim Riley, who works with youth in college, HBCUs more importantly,
Yes.
Works with youth and getting them to college. Can you tell us a little bit more about your civic activities? I know they extend outside of the College of Interest.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very active in my college alumni association just because I believe that students should have the right and should be supported if they choose to go to a college. I definitely am a strong supporter of HBCUs just because I went to one and I know the value that they bring. So I'm very active in the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Kansas City Greater Chapter here. I serve as their recording secretary, their scholarship chair, membership co-chair, and this year I'm honored to serve as the summer conference chair. I'm also on their national board, and our main goal is to support students while they're in school. I'm the proud president of the most outstanding Mu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and as you know, Black Greek organizations, we go on after college and to do service. So this is a lifetime commitment of service. I'm also very active in other organizations, Malkia Queens Village, which is a mentoring program for troubled teenage girls that are involved in the judicial system. And I'm a board member for the Young Urban Summit as well.
Awesome. Moving forward, I'll touch on one thing you said. The Arkansas Pine Bluff, I don't want to get it wrong because I have members of my church staring me down, but your choir was here 2 years ago. I had a chance to see that. They took a road trip.
Yes.
I thought that was real awesome. Let's see here. For the next 5 minutes, if you don't mind, Ms. Forte, let's focus in on your vision for the Hickman Mills community. A Kansas City Star report in the September of 2012 cited a drop-off in academic performance, leading Missouri education officials to lower the Hickman Mills School District to provisional accreditation status. Conversely, even higher criteria by the state are supposed to be in effect with the provisional accreditation status when that comes into review again in 2015. Ms. Forte, what is your vision plan for increasing educational standards so we can get over that accreditation?
Absolutely. That's a very good question. I definitely feel like we need to look into longer school days and longer school years so that our students can compete globally. We're so worried about competing with other districts, but we really need to look into them competing globally in a way that they can do that is just having a longer school year and a longer day. Also, we need to really, really look into hiring more teachers, more qualified teachers, and retaining the ones that we have so that we can decrease our class sizes, which would offer more individualized tutoring for every student in the district. We also would want to look into really focusing on that achievement gap with reading and math. And one way that you can do that is by getting more reading specialists in every school so that students are really working one-on-one with a reading specialist and receiving that individualized tutoring that I feel is so important. And also, we need to assess our students more rapidly so that if there is a gap, we can address that and address that quickly. And then lastly, I love summer camps, and I feel like we focus a lot on Boys and Girls Club and YMCA, and I'm not against that because I'm a product, but I really feel like the district needs to focus on a summer program focusing on reading and math, whether that's a science camp, a math workshop, something where our students are engaged over the summer in those areas so that when they come back in the fall, they're still ready to go and on grade level or higher.
My only question for you is, are you too busy to do this?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Do you have a full-time job?
I do have a full-time job, but I feel like people make time for what's important to them. I love children. My passion, as you can see, is education and children. So I'm not too busy to make time for this. And again, I tell you, everything I do in excellence. So I'm ready for the challenge, and I will make time to be there for the families and students of the school district.
Okay, Ms. Forte, Hickman Mills School District, once located in a thriving area, has watched over the years as businesses have packed up and left. Bannister Mall and Hypermart were once anchors in the community and have been closed almost for a decade now. That's hard to believe. Just for Feet was in that number too. How important is it for school board members to work with business leaders to form partnerships to address the community's business concerns and moving forward?
I think it's very important. Naturally, when you have thriving businesses in your area, you have people that want to move in that area and to support your school districts. I definitely believe neighborhood organizations, churches, and other business have a vested interest in the school's success. So I think it's very important for us to work with them, partner with them, to do mentoring programs, also to maybe use their sites for school board meetings so parents can get to know what's in their community.
Fair enough. If you ask people, many will agree that there's still a sense of community in Hickman Mills. People remember the tornado from 1955. There are still grandparents in the area who are alumni and have connections to our schools. How we work with community members, ordinary people, parents, administrators to accomplish your goal.
I feel like just pulling everyone in. Again, I'm definitely interested in working with those neighborhood organizations, those churches, and then bringing parents in, finding out what will get them more vested into their child's school or their child's education, and meeting them where they are. Maybe not coming down to the administration board sounds fun to a parent, so having something at that child's school where they can come, see their child's work, meet their child's teacher, and then talk to them about the things that are going on in the district.
Next question, how will you work in the administrative setting of a school board as a new how will you work with administrators who are already there to accomplish your objectives?
I feel like definitely listening to what they have to say. They're there for a reason. They've been there. They put in the time. So listening to what they have to say and bringing that back to our school board to know, so that we'll know what people that are on the front line are saying.
Ms. Forte, Kansas City articles released this week point to not so sound business practices and policies being, I guess you could say, put forth by members who sit on the Hickman Mills School Board. Some of these practices are detailed in the audit report by Missouri Auditor Tom Schwecht. Do you have any comment regarding these reports that were made public? And I understand yesterday there was some feedback from audience members.
Absolutely, it was. People were shocked and disappointed. And I feel like just going forward, board members, everyone in the district, including the board members, need to be aware and up to date on policies and procedures so this doesn't happen again. Also, I support the board reaching out and going to different conferences because we always want to make sure our board members are abreast on what's new and what can help their school system. But I also support doing that economically, and making sure that we're using sound business practices when we do so. And then everything the board does, it needs to be transparent so that people know what you're doing and nothing is behind closed doors, and that you're doing things above board and with integrity. And so I definitely will make sure that happens.
How do you feel about the press that has been put forth in the last week or so by the Star and other media outlets
Regarding the audit?
regarding the audit, regarding the Hickman Mills School Board?
Well, I feel like they focused on that area of the audit and maybe negative things of the school board. But that same kind of energy that they're putting into that, I wish they would really look into the positive things that are going on into the Hickman Middle School District. We have teachers that are supportive, that are qualified, that care about their students. We have parents that want their students to succeed, and we have students doing amazing things in the district. So I think that they can focus that energy now on the positive things that are going on.
That's amazing. I would like to open the floor for you. Final words. You can talk to our viewers.
I just thank you for listening. If you live in the Hickman Middle School District and you want a candidate that is qualified, passionate, and serves with excellence, I ask that you vote for me on April 8th, Tanesha Forte. Thank you.
Again, What's Up Kansas City Voters election is on April 8th. We are very privileged to have Ms. Tanesha Forte with us. Check out more Hickman Mills School Board candidates videos online at www.whatsupkansascity.net. And remember, aim high. The sky is truly the limit. If you shoot for the moon and you missed, at the very least, you would have landed among the stars.
I agree.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
CMG wants you to always remember, the victory we call success goes to the best prepared. When you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Thanks.